Hey, Sister Rosemary here. When I was younger, and on the occasional day, even now, I get myself into a bit of a tizzy. A tizzy where I wonder if I'm allowed to do certain things. After all, my greatest heart's desire has always been to be close to God, okay? To Source, to my higher power. I long for him with every breath in my body. But I fear him too because I wonder if I can have him and everything else that I desire. Will I be allowed to go after all the wealth and impact that I desire? Or is it just my selfish, fear-driven self talking? And when I get to thinking like that, I get stuck. And then graciously, I'm reminded that nothing is withheld from me, that my vision is absolutely my permission, and that I need not fear. Yes, religion may have taught me differently as it attempted to keep me safe and in my place, whatever that place is, but Spirit is not a wimp and doesn't need me to pretend to be less in order for it to feel good about him, her, or itself. Basically, it doesn't need me to play small, okay? And I see you, spirit-driven entrepreneurial leader, and you don't yet have this clarity. You think there are hoops to jump through, and you try to jump through them with gusto, but something kind of felt kind of off, and finally you just stop jumping. You think that Spirit might ask you to do something that you don't want to do, and so you hold back from playing full out. You want to, but you think you're not allowed to, okay? You get a modicum of success, so you have some success, but it's not fulfilling because, for one, you feel far away from Spirit, and also because you've not taken the limits off. It's kind of a weird situation of not getting anything that you want because of fear. Number one thing that you don't get is that you don't have that intimate closeness with Source because you're too scared to trust Spirit completely because you think that all good things will be taken away from you. And number two, you don't have everything you want because, again, you're too scared to go after all the good things because you're worried that Spirit is withholding it from you and that you'll lose your spirituality, which is very important to you, if you ignore that Spirit doesn't want you to do it, okay? And so it's like you have the worst of both worlds because you're trapped. You're playing small, you're being small, you're not much liking life, and you're getting absolutely nowhere. You don't have the intimate closeness, and you can't go for everything you want because you want the intimate closeness. And it's just a kind of weird, vicious cycle. And it doesn't have to be that way. You have been given free will to use as you please, okay? You can deliberately design your life, you know. You do know that. And without the guilt of thinking that you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Why? Because Spirit withholds nothing from you. You can be both spiritual and prosperous. One doesn't have to play against the other. It's not an either-or choice. And yet, it is what you've been taught that it is, okay? And so you're getting neither. You're getting neither the spirituality because you're not that intimate with Spirit, and you're not prosperous, not in the way that you want to be. You have a limited amount of success. A quiet resentment is now playing out beneath the surface as you wonder why you can't have everything you desire, but you're not quite asking Spirit for it or for the answers because you think you already know the answers. That, oh no, he doesn't want me to have it. But you don't know. You don't know. You took on some man-made form of religion and decided that that must be accurate. It isn't. It's just some person's interpretation of their own relationship with Spirit. You can have your own. What if you started by truly believing in freedom and abundance being your birthright, okay? And then acted from that premise, okay? Instead of the fear-based one where everything might be taken away from you if you're not careful. Honey, you can have it all, whatever that means to you. You really can, and you don't have to hide from Spirit in order for that to be your reality. Leader, Spirit withholds nothing. And it took me a while to get there, but I know that now. Without a shadow of a doubt, that Spirit withholds nothing. If you don't have something, it's simply because you've not chosen to have it, okay? So will you choose it? And stop acting like a child whose hand got caught in the cookie jar. It's like, oh my gosh, I know I'm not supposed to have this. Of course you are. The cookies are all yours for the taking, and so take them if you want them. No guilt, no shame, no fear of punishment. And by the way, if you do feel stuck, you have these big dreams where you feel distant from Spirit and distant from the dreams as well, and you're somewhat scared that you can't be both spiritual and prosperous, then honey, you need to come with me or spend a day with me on a DM clarity day, okay? Where I will help you to unblock these things inside of you so that you can play full out and be the leader, the Spirit-driven leader who can have it all, okay? So you can have that intimate relationship. You can also have all the other stuff that you want, the impact and the income. That is yours by birth, literally. So if you want to find out about a clarity day with me, a DM clarity day, just send me through a private message, okay? If you're not listening to this on Facebook, then come onto Facebook. It's Rosemary Nonny Knight. Send me through a private message and I will give you information on what it is to spend a day with me, how much it costs and all of that kind of thing, okay? Let us get you unblocked, clear, so you're moving forward with power. It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you're born to live because you want to. Until the next time,